Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Marone along with Michael Blakey. Welcome to Westchester Talk Radio. We are live at the Sleepy Hollow Hotel and Conference Center in Tarrytown, New York. We're here for the 11th Annual Women in Business Awards, the 914 Inc. 11th Annual Women in Business Awards. We're produced this afternoon by Shaw Creative and made possible by our cast of partners: Robeson Oil, Hightower Westchester, Lapolis Electric, Michael Labriola Landscape Design, Tompkins Mahopac Bank, and White Plains Hospital. And speaking of hospitals, our very first guest is one of the sponsors of this event, and she is the Senior Director of External Affairs at St. John's Riverside Hospital. Please welcome Denise Mananas. Denise, welcome.
Thank you.
It's
a pleasure
nice
to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. Denise, tell us about the hospital, and then we'll talk a little bit about what you do.
Okay, so St. John's is the first hospital between New York City and Albany. Not a lot of people know that.
Is that the very first?
It's the very first, and it's now 152 years old. It has been a wonderful part of the community for all that time, and a couple of years ago, right before COVID hit, we were able to celebrate the 150th anniversary, and it was really spectacular. We have a lot of the history that we sort of live. The hospital was founded with a mission of service to the community, and that's something that we still live every day. It's a great place. Been there a long time. It better be a great place.
Well, 150 years, it makes me feel young, and I like that.
I like it.
Now, how big is the hospital?
So we have 30 beds. We have 3 hospital campuses. We have an outpatient medical building, and we have a few off-patient sites also. We have the only maternity provider in the city of Yonkers. We have the largest.
Is that right?
That is right. We are the largest provider of behavioral health services for alcohol and drug use disorder in the greater New York area. We are a wonderful acute care medical center. We have wonderful physicians and incredible staff. So, we're very fortunate. We have also, geography has blessed us. We have one of the best views from our main campus on North Broadway in Yonkers, and it is quite spectacular overlooking the Hudson, which is just a benefit for those of us who go there every day and for our patients. So,
this is remarkable, particularly because of some of the specialties that you mentioned, from mental health, for maternity. I couldn't think of it right there. I was going to say prenatal, but it matters both.
That too.
But of course, has it always been in Yonkers?
Yes, so it was founded in a little bit more southern part of Yonkers than it currently exists. In 1993, we began to partner with another hospital in Yonkers called Yonkers General Hospital, and they eventually merged into our system. We eventually went with the community hospital at Dobbs Ferry and eventually merged with them in 2006 or 10. I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time, but we've been building this infrastructure, and we service an enormous part of the population in Westchester County.
We're Westchester Talk Radio, and we're talking with Denise Mananas. She's the Senior Director of External Affairs at St. John's Riverside Hospital. 150 years here serving the Westchester community. Now, you have the carriage and aura of someone who believes in what you're doing.
I absolutely do.
Tell us about what your role is and how long you've been there.
So I will actually in a week be celebrating my 29th anniversary in the hospital.
You start in preschool, right?
I see, Bob, I really love it.
You started in preschool.
Beautiful.
It was a special program, and you worked your way up. And you should be very proud.
I am responsible for all external-facing functions, so community relations, public relations, marketing. Also, fundraising is under my department, and business development as well. So,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So,
now,
great team.
How are you funded?
Well, so hospitals are all funded by, the insurance companies that their patients have. Medicare, Medicaid.
Okay,
as
so the
part of the
usual
government
way.
payers the usual way. But I'm not shy about asking private funders
That was my point,
to
and
help us out. So yeah.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to do that because you're based in Yonkers. Some of these programs that you have, I know they're open to people of lesser means.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Well, so we do serve the entire community, and that is an incredible range of socioeconomic backgrounds, from the poorest, most ill people in our society, to people of affluence who choose us because of the quality of our care, but also because of the quality of our physicians. I mean, it's really it's a remarkable place. It is still a community. I think that's one of the things I love about working there is it's a family. You go there and you feel that your community is taking care of you.
Yeah, there's a warm buzz about your facility.
Yes.
St. John's Riverside Hospital, it's very welcoming. And maybe that's the way you present it and the way you came off when I met you this morning.
I think what I love about my job is that I get to represent the people who actually are that way, who do that care, and who make us feel well taken care of when it's our turn to be sick or something goes wrong, or to have a baby. It's a great place to have a baby. I had 2 of them there.
Oh, you have both of your children there as well. So you are also a customer. You're also a patient at the hospital.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations for using your own. We don't like to hear it when you work for a utility. Oh, I work for this hospital, but I had my babies at this much better place. Now, you mentioned, and again, I go back to this, there's such a great need for people with dependency issues, for people with mental health issues, and they still sometimes fly under the radar, and you came right out with that.
Well,
is it something that you guys are well known for, would you say?
We are extremely well known for it. When we went and partnered with Yonkers General and they became part of St. John's, they are the ones who had all of those service lines. And, the commitment from our leadership was, this is out there. This is our community, part of our community. And you'd be surprised how prevalent abuse, particularly going through COVID now, it's really touched so many people, not just the poor among us, but everyone. And so we are very fortunate to have the services and the people who are just remarkable in how they go to work every day and take care of people who really are ill.
Wow. And now, any other departments that you feel need to be mentioned, or do you have anything on the horizon that you're developing perhaps?
Well, there's a lot of things that we're looking at, but I don't want to talk too much about the future. COVID has made us all very much thinking about planning for the future, but really what's happening now. And what's happening now is we have wonderful outpatient facilities. We have great physicians. So if you need wound care or hyperbaric, if you have diabetes, we're a major provider of those kinds of services. We have a wonderful ancillary services department for radiology and cardiology. And we are a general acute care hospital as well.
How do you do with orthopedics for an ancient hockey player?
So absolutely wonderful, because in our Dobbs Ferry Pavilion, we have our Westchester Orthopedic Institute, and we have the greatest surgeons ever. We have sports medicine. We have a doctor, Dr. Lent, who actually brought Makoplasty robotic surgery, which is the minimally invasive and very precise.
Joints and such.
It does knees and hips and wonderful. He was the first one to do it, and he's the guy who goes around and teaches everyone.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's wonderful.
Now, people listening are going to say, this sounds like a really good facility for me. I'm going to ask you in a moment how they get a hold of you.
Right.
Do you take all the different insurances?
We take, just about everything. There are nuances to that. There's so many out
with
there.
co-pays and such.
Right.
Sure.
There's all different plans, but certainly our business office helps people navigate that, and the different service lines will, talk to their patients and help them through that process.
Because my back is very interested.
Yes.
He's listening, and he said, Bob, I think you should look into this.
Okay,
well,
we'll talk later.
And the way you present it, it's very welcoming. Now, tell people how they can get a hold if they need a doctor, or they realize they'd like to come in and check your facility out for their family.
So they can reach us a number of ways. They can get more information online, obviously, riversidehealth.org. They can call us. The hospital number is 964-4444.
Say it a second time because people just grab for their pens.
Yes.
Oh, she finished.
It's 914-964-4444. And they can ask for my department, which is External Affairs. They can actually email me at info@riversidehealth.org, and that's info@riversidehealth.org. And I'm very happy to answer all those emails and any of those phone calls.
Right, now I'm going to read another email out, which is D. Mananas, that's Mananas @riversidehealth.org. Denise Mananas, you represent your hospital very, very well.
Thank you.
Again, St. John's Riverside Hospital. We've been talking with Denise Mananas, Senior Director of External Affairs. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Bob. It's been a pleasure.
And at your age, you're going to be able to spend another 30 years there.
Maybe not 30. I'm willing to go for another 10.
Another 10?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Bob.
I'm Bob Marone along with Michael Blakey. We will be right back.